Welcome to Think About It Using Common Sense. What I want to talk about today is yesterday. Excuse me. So I was riding in my car and I heard that the city, Philadelphia, is having developers develop part of North Broad Street, uh, create some housing for low income. So when I heard that, so right away I got to focusing on uh, the townhouses. We had a section of the city, townhouses, that a developer developed low income housing. And here in October or a couple weeks into November of 2022, they had to move out because the owner, from what I understand, sold the property to some other developers, and the people that lived in the townhouses had to move. So when I heard what was about to happen, I called up and they told me that uh, city council was addressing uh, that those houses for low income, excuse me, among other things. So right away, I dropped everything. I went to city council, and to my surprise, when I got there, there was uh, there was about maybe 10 to 15 other people with signs. They was actually addressing not that particular issue, but they were addressing issues concerning low income people and things that uh, that needs to be done that wasn't being done up to the level uh, that they should be done, whereas people can really truly benefit from it. So what happened was after the lot of talking, I spoke with the president of city council and the lady council person for my district. So they allowed people that want to speak 3 minutes to talk. So they gave me my 3 minutes, and and what I said was, I said, it seems to me that what's being done is the same thing that was just happening, that people that was living in low income housing had to move. And that from what I saw, developers would come in and build these properties, get paid from the city, okay? And but yet they were developing, they still would own these properties, and that the area that they was building in, it was only a matter of time, maybe another 5, 10, 15 years, and that property would become extremely valuable. And so what would happen? They would sell that. So that was like to me, that was like putting a band-aid on a major, major cut. So I suggested that we find a way whereas low income people can actually own the property some way. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if it can be done. Well, it can be done. Is have to find a way to do it and take these properties out of the hands of developers. Because from what I'm seeing, poor people, low income people, they are a stepping stone for other people to make millions of dollars from and on the backs of. And at the end, the low income wind up with nothing. And it's time for, just as I saw those 15 people or more in City Hall, protesting or trying to make things better for the low income, the middle class, and the poor. More people have to get involved. And this is what it's going to take for things to change. And they're always talking about money. We have the money. The money is there. We have money for everything. They talk about the debt ceiling. They talk about the country going broke. Every year they talk about that. Or every time it comes up, they talk about it. But you know what? They always find a solution. They sign the debt ceiling. Always. How can you have money for everything else? And it's time to start. You can have money for everything, but it's time to start having money for us, everybody. It's time to start cleaning up this country, cleaning up people, educating people, giving these people something that they can uh, take pride in, give them something worth living for, you know. And you can't, if a person is on drugs or live in a bad neighborhood, you have to get them out of that environment, if at all possible. Not just create places where they can go get high, but at the same time, you ask yourself, if a person does not want to change, nothing is going to make that person change. But at least, give them an option. For those who want to change, you know, give them an option to change. But you just can't move them from one place to another under the same circumstances and expect things to be different. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. And I think we need to start addressing. We need to start addressing these problems, and not sweep them under the rug as if, oh, this is something that just can't happen, or it's something that these people did. It's part of a system, and these are people that was uh, looked over, because we have the money. We have not, people in charge have not been doing their job. It's more of a I thing. People are doing things for themselves, and that's okay to a point. But you got to, we can't stop that. But you have got to do something for the other people. You just can't take it all. You can't take all the money. Build some decent schools, get some programs, and I heard today something that was really good. I talked about this last week, and this was about in the city of Philadelphia. They're talking about building additional uh, jails for our kids, youth study centers. But I think in Jersey somewhere they said what I said. Take these kids that if they have not created major crimes, put them in work programs, jobs, and teach them how to do things. And you know what? They did that. And I heard the lady said that in the beginning, people didn't think it was going to be a success, but it turned out to be a success. And that was some great, great news to my ears. When I went to city council yesterday, the council people, it was a council lady from my district, as a matter of fact. And she was talking about the same thing about low income people. They need ownership. We have to do things to give them a purpose to live, teach them, to give them businesses and things of this nature, not just let the developers go in and take over and develop and own everything. No, We have to figure out a way how these people can own uh, their homes, apartments. We have to do more, and we have got to stop this and just, you know, just get out there and just start doing something. And I also had a chance to make people aware of my nonprofit to help people interior painting and designing, to help people that need help in beautifying their apartments, their living spaces, senior citizens, anybody that's in need. We go in, we paint them, we design them, we set them up, we get furniture and put them in this place and that place. You can be amazed. It's amazing what can be done, and that gives you a whole different feel, living in a different environment. It just motivates you to be a better person, to see what it takes to even feel better, live better, change your lifestyle. This is what New by Lou Incorporated does. This is something that I started because I realized it doesn't take a lot to have a clean, beautiful living space. It doesn't. And you know, the enjoyment that I get from doing this. It's a nonprofit. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it to help people. And in helping people and seeing this, not only do it help people, but guess what? It creates jobs. It also teach young kids different trades and how to do things. You understand? So this is what uh, my nonprofit was created to do, and it's just part of it. So I'm trying to get started. I function on donations and help seniors that need their place painted or patched up and get some furniture. We can go out and I can get furniture donated to me. Take this furniture that's donated and put it in people's houses and fix it up for them. Make it look nice. And this can be done. This is what New by Lou Incorporated do for people that needs it. But the thing about it is we all have to help. We get together and we help each other. We can change this world overnight. But everybody have to do their part. You know? Take these guns out these kids' hand and replace them with books. Put the parents responsible for their children. Put some high-tech schools. Make these kids have these schools so high-tech that these kids want to come to school. They can't they can't wait to get out of the house to get into school to start learning and doing something. We're in the age of technology and computers, and well, then guess what? They'll put them in the room with these computers where it can teach them math. They can teach them how to read. This is the future. This is the future, and give them these incentives. Give them these incentives and let them work with doctors and chemistry and uh, um, the space age and deals with the ocean. And I mean, yeah, to put these kids with hands-on things that can take their interests. This is what we have to do. These are our future. And then we also got to get in, we have to start doing things right. You know, people own money, these investors, developers, guess what? They are good people. Look, they're money people. They're taking these lands and buildings and things that looks like crap and they making them into something. But you can't just take them from people and don't give people anything for them and kick the people out the street. You can't just come in a neighborhood because there's uh, opportunities for you to make money. You build these buildings and then you're going to increase the real estate taxes on the people that live there. That's not fair. Real estate taxes to me, it's my idea, should be based on a person's income. If you got these huge companies coming into these developers coming into these neighborhoods building, then these developers got to pay all these taxes. Not the people that live there, especially you got seniors on fixed income. Where's that money going to come from? We just can't be selfish and one-sided when we're thinking about things. And it doesn't have to be that way. We all know America, this country's about business. You can't go back and undo what has been done. But we can have some say so on the future is how things can go forward. We can have a we can have a hand in how things go move forward in the future. And I think that's something that we really need to pay attention to because things are changing. Things are really changing in this world. And it's going to affect us, the poor, the low income, the middle class, one and two. These are the ones that can barely make it, living from paycheck to paycheck. These are the ones that, you know, we get in and we support social media, we support all these other uh, businesses that's out here today. But guess what? Something has to come back to us. Something. You've got to say, look, you know what? We have to give people something. We just can't make all the money. Every time I say $1 million here, this person making 1 million, this person making 1 million, this person getting paid 500 million, this person getting paid 10, 10 billion. Well, come on, that's okay. But where's all that money coming from? It's coming from the expense of putting the low income and middle class into inflation. You make your money. You tell me you can't live off 100 million instead of 200 million. But let people live. Let's change this world. Not try and take anything away. Guess what? You have it. You can't take it with you anyway. But we can live together in this world and try and make it a better place. Because what I'm seeing, based on the climate, based on how people are reacting to things, and all the hatred, killing, and mistrust going on in the world. Well, it looks these are the signs of destruction. These are the signs of a fall of a country, of a world, of a civilization. And history tells us that there was a civilization before us. And based on the findings, the civilization before us was much smarter than we are. And they're gone. We started from we started from nothing. We started from nothing. Instead of living a planet, instead of having instead of living on this planet that the Creator made for us, we rather build some spaceships and go out and live in outer space. Now think about that for a minute. How crazy is that? You have to be doing that for a reason. This planet is beautiful. Everything here is made for us as we are made for this planet. We have messed it up so badly. Now we're contemplating on living on Mars or living on the moon, you know, just living out of space in some kind of tin can or something. I don't know. But this is our planet. And I think the only reason why we're not focusing on it, because people are smart, I think the only reason we're not focusing on cleaning it up, it may be past the point of no return. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Common sense, common sense can tell you, it's something is going on. Doesn't make sense that if you have a plan to be going out and try and put it somewhere else. Maybe we could, maybe just maybe. Now I don't know, but maybe what if we could take the junk? What if we can take all the junk, all the garbage, all the pollution on this planet and go put it on the moon? Why can't we do that? Can we do that? Can we clean this planet up, take all the pollutants, radioactive waste, and all this stuff, and put it on the moon? Why can't we build quality schools, and make sure that parents are held accountable for their children, make sure they go to school and they're taught right, and, and cater to their interests. And this can be done. Uh, right now, something has came up, and I'm sorry. I have to cut this short right now, but maybe I can take it up again later on this evening, maybe. Thank you so much.